days, that view would be enough. But today... Hello one and all, welcome to Seen Through Glass. Welcome to what could be one of the best days of my life. Let's go. Let me start off by saying I love New Zealand. If I haven't said that enough in the previous videos, well, here it is again. I love this place. It's insane. I am maybe 5 minutes from the place where I'm staying, which is effectively a small town, and yet I seem to be on one of the best driving roads I've ever been on in my entire life. And it could be that I'm in the perfect car to drive on it in. No, my words are getting all jumbled because I am having the most incredible time behind the wheel of a 911R. I mean, just listen to that thing. Oh. Now, in my mind, this car has been a little bit misunderstood since the GT3 Touring came out, because this was supposed to be the last manual, naturally aspirated 911 GT product. And then the 991.2 GT3 came out and they went, oh yeah, we're gonna give you a manual. And everyone went, ha ha, you idiots that paid so much over for your 911R, you're screwed. But what I think some people missed is this is not a manual GT3. This is so much more. Firstly, it's a manual GT3 RS, but a lightweight, stripped out, cut down version. We are in the slimmer body shape. The body shape that no longer exists with the 992, but the thinner hips, because let's not forget the GT3 RS usually comes with the big fat wider hips. It's got proper stance to it. We also have no significant aero, no big wing on the back, no really, oh my god, there's amazing hairpins. I mean, I almost don't want to be talking to you, I just want to be driving. But this is effectively a driver's car. A GT3 RS for those who don't want to be on the track all the time, but want to be on the road like this. And I can tell you, of course, Porsche have nailed it, because what a driving experience it is. The engine revs to close to 9,000 RPM. You probably heard a sneak peek of it just then. The manual 6-speed is just perfect. The clutch, the gear positioning, the lever feel, just everything about it's like, oh, smooth. But for me, the standout thing is just the way this thing turns in and behaves on the road, because let's not forget, I'm currently using a 911 Carrera T as my main car for Drive the World. Fair enough, it's not here with me in New Zealand right now. Some of you are upset about that, but it's what I'm using for the majority of this year. And the Carrera T in manual form could possibly go up against the 911R. It would be destroyed, because in comparison to this, the T just feels so sloppy. Of course, Carrera T is not a GT product, and these GT cars get so much additional motorsport engineering that they turn into completely different weapons. And out here, once you start getting onto these incredible twisties that New Zealand has to offer, the steering and the way this thing behaves is just beautiful. Oh, I've been here for 20-25 minutes and I honestly think I could never ever leave. I am so happy, and I'm starting to have to pay a little bit of attention because I'm getting a tiny bit cocky in this thing. But it's just that good. It gives you confidence, it inspires you to keep pushing it. And whilst I'm sure it could bite your head off if you wanted it to, it's also just such an enjoyable car to drive day in, day out. And I have to say a huge thanks to the owner of both of these cars, because yes, the 918 is coming up. He doesn't want to appear on camera today, so forgive him for that, but he's given me the keys to his two babies, and wow, what an incredible two cars to own. And we'll soon find out how different they are, because to me, and I've already said this off camera to him, what more would you want on a road like this? Honestly, RS4, don't want to be in that, but I can't see how the 918 is going to better my experience just with a bit more power. I mean, obviously it's going to be more than just a bit more power, but I just think this 911R is near on perfect. Woo! I nearly hit a bird. Right, here we go then. I've driven the whole way here from the house in electric because I didn't want to spoil my first experience. D for drive. Sport mode. Ah! This is... Okay, so immediately, I'm far more nervous than in the 911R. The 911R just feels so much more recognisable and familiar. This is a whole nother thing, and my first ever time, ladies and gentlemen, behind the wheel of one of the iconic 3 hypercars. How do I do manual? I don't even know. M for manual, there we go, wow. Right, off we go then. What? Oh, that engine just came to life. Guys, I'm speechless. I can't even keep up with the 911R because I'm just using about 20% of this car's capabilities. I'm sorry if I'm screaming like a child. There's not many other ways to react. I'm not even in race mode. I'm in sport mode. I'm actually having to concentrate really hard here, people. It's very hard to talk and drive in something this unreal. So I'll try and compute my emotions. Straight line acceleration. Ballistic. I'm going to be honest. The 720S feels faster. The Senna feels faster. That turbo boost is a lot more aggressive. This is a bit more linear. In terms of being planted on the road, oh my god, it's solid as a rock. You are not moving. That 911R has a lot more sort of play to it. Even though I was talking about motorsport engineering feeling hunkered to the road, this is glued to the road. You can feel it just being sucked down, and that noise, the exhaust right behind your ears. Can I remind you, I'm not even in race mode yet. This is everything I hoped it would be and more. You know, I had some expectations for the 918. I have sat in the passenger seat of one before and driven around, been driven around an industrial estate. But getting behind the wheel of one, it's very much still a Porsche. You know, it does feel like a Porsche. There are similar characteristics, but holy poodle, it then goes beyond and above, I think, anything else I've really driven. 911R's dropping back, I should probably do the same thing. Should I go into race mode? Oh, I've done it. I've flicked it. The wing's coming up. The ride height is dropping. Oh, here we go. Right-hand drive country, I'm going to take it easy on the overtakes and enjoy some of this scenery because we are in a Spyder. I know they brought out the La Ferrari Aperta, but let's face it, this was a Spyder from day one. Oh god, the road's opening up again. That noise. Stop talking now and just try to enjoy this road.
There's something about you that caught my eye. There's something so true that's
really try not to scream like a girl when I'm reviewing these kind of cars, but it's near on impossible. How would you react if somebody handed you the keys to a 918 Spyder for the very first time? I mean, it's just the emotion comes out of you in an uncontrollable way. So I'm sorry if I made no sense at all, but it was just an attack on the senses. As I said before we set off, the 911R feels familiar. It feels sort of just... it eases you in. Don't get me wrong, it still can be a handful and it's difficult to drive on the limit, but it's not that hard to get up and go. The 918, because of everything you've heard about it, because of its sort of position in the car world, immediately freaks you out or puts pressure on you. And so when you start going and it's sort of more than what you expected, you just have to really just focus in. The power delivery isn't sort of otherworldly. I think I said it's kind of linear, but it's the way the car is on the road. Okay, so take this for example. I don't even know what this car is. It's silver, so it fits into our background quite nicely. If you turn around a corner in that, you're all over the place, you're sloppy, you might even miss the apex, and you're at your best at like 30 miles an hour. The 918 Spyder will never miss an apex, and it's at its best at 150 miles an hour. It's just... it blows my mind that car is, I can't even think how old it is now, but it's old enough that it shouldn't be that good still, but it is. That could have come out yesterday and it would still dominate the car landscape. Anyway, this has been one of the most amazing days of my life. Look at that scenery, look at that bug. I don't know if New Zealand's as dangerous as Australia, but I'm not going to take my chances. But yeah, I'm going to take a few more pictures here. Just enjoy looking at these two. A huge thanks to the owner for this opportunity. It's one that I will never forget. And once that Mazda's cleared out the way, I think we turn the cars around and head back down that epic road. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you have, and make sure you subscribe for plenty more videos to come. At least 10 Lambos in a group of 50 cars, so yeah, they're definitely dominating. So that's going to sum up the Perth supercar owners for me, Lambo owners. Most of you will know what that means.